Did you know that over 25% of flights worldwide are delayed? That's millions of travelers stranded every year. Now, I've spent my fair share of overnights on really uncomfortable airport seats and hours of delays in every type of airport imaginable, and it is no fun. So in this video, I'm sharing my top 4 strategies that I use to avoid getting delayed and the 4 things to do if it does happen. I've been solo traveling for decades now, and I make videos weekly with travel tips and cool destinations. If you find that interesting, please consider subscribing. I'd be so grateful. Today, I'm tackling a major travel headache: flight delays. So whether you're a seasoned solo traveler, a digital nomad, or you just want to enjoy taking your next vacation, this video is for you. I've been pretty lucky in my travels avoiding flight delays, but it does happen. And when it does, things can spiral pretty quickly from there. The most common reasons for flight delays and cancellations are bad weather, electrical and mechanical issues, and air traffic congestion. So here are 4 strategies you can use to avoid that dreaded cancellation or delay on your next trip. Number 1, be aware of the hubs and airports that you're traveling out of. For example, in the US, in the winter, if I have a choice of where I want to catch a connecting flight, I do my best to opt for airports in southern or western states versus the Midwest or East, because bad weather is a big culprit when it comes to delays. So if I have the choice in January of catching a connecting flight in Denver or Houston, I'll take Houston every time, even though I really dislike the Houston airport. When booking your flights, check your connection locations and book the ones with the least chance of weather delay. A little advanced preparation on your part with airport selection can help you avoid a delay during your trip. The next strategy I use to avoid delays is to book my flights at the right time of day. Flights in the early morning are least likely to be canceled and have a higher on-time performance than later in the day flights. There's less runway traffic, planes are ready to take off from the night before, and fewer planes are already in the air. Avoid flying in early evening if possible. Flights between 6 and 7 p.m. have a higher likelihood of getting delayed, and most of those delays last over 20 minutes. My third strategy is to book flights on punctual airlines, those known for getting you there on time and also that have the fewest flight cancellations. So here's some info to help you out. U.S. airlines with the fewest cancellations in 2023 were Allegiant Air, Alaska Airlines, Southwest Airlines, American Airlines, Delta Airlines. And here are the U.S. airlines with the most on-time flights: Delta Airlines, number 1, Alaska Airlines, number 3, American Airlines, and number 4, United Airlines. My tip number 4 is to book nonstop flights if you can. A layover is going to increase the risk of missing a connecting flight due to a cancellation or a delay. So those are my 4 strategies to avoid delays before they can happen. But what if you've used these strategies and you still get that dreaded notification on your phone that says your flight was canceled or delayed? Here are my top 4 things I recommend that you do. Number 1, immediately start searching for alternate routes and different flights. Do not wait for the airline to eventually put you on another flight. When you find one yourself, go talk to the airline rep, tell them the flight you want to switch to before the airline delays you further and eventually needs to rebook you anyway. By being proactive, you'll beat all the other travelers who are going to end up standing in a long, frustrating line waiting for their turn to be able to rebook the flight. Now, just a pro tip here, you should always carry on your luggage when you can, because if you checked your bag, the airline is going to be reluctant to put you on the flight that you might want because of luggage issues. My second tip is to consider alternative ways to get to your destination if your flight gets canceled or if you have a very long delay. In some areas, high-speed trains can be a great backup. Renting a car and even switching airlines are also options. This is another reason to have carry-on luggage. You have the flexibility to book alternate transportation since your bags aren't going to end up at the final destination airport eventually for you to have to track down. If you've got it with you, you're just good to go. Also, if you switch airlines, you'll want to make sure that you get a refund or travel credit from the original airline that canceled or delayed you. My third tip: have patience, roll with it. Drink a glass of wine at the airport bar or catch up on some shopping at an airport shop. Some airports are really amazing if you just wander around in them. I got delayed in Norway once and was captivated by the airport. It was gorgeous, glass floor to ceiling walls. It was decorated with reindeer everywhere, really enchanting. You can also read a good book, watch a movie on your phone, or just listen to a podcast. It's not an ideal situation, I know, but I found that stressing over things out of my control just makes me more anxious. My last tip is have some basic travel gear essentials in your bag for those times when delays are unavoidable. Things like a sweater, a change of clothes, travel-sized toothpaste and a toothbrush, healthy snacks, and a phone charger. Travel delays are super frustrating. If you use the strategies that I use, you can minimize the times they happen to you and hopefully have some new strategies for dealing with them when they do happen so that delays and cancellations won't ruin your trip. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please leave me a comment. I love to connect with fellow travelers and consider subscribing. Thanks for watching and safe travel.